Okay, I don't know what this Italian kind of themed lighting is today, but I'm going to give you a massively quick tip on how to get massive amounts of air and space and openness in your tracks without it sounding too harsh and in your face and horrible. So endless air, why do you want endless air? Now, really, you want to open up a track, but you don't want it to sound hard. You don't want it to sound like it's just got loads of top end on it that sounds really brittle and horrible and cheap and nasty. Endless air, where you've got just like a lovely sheen across the top, is really nice just to have it so you can hear the reverbs, you can hear the room, but you haven't got this like hardness. Now, the reason what's bringing on the hardness is around the 5k point, and so sort of 5 to 8k. It's going to be quite hard, quite edgy. So what you want to do is, to get the air itself, you need to add a very, very high band of shelf, so shelving EQ, at about 32k, something like that. So mega high. Now, yes, our ears only hear up to 20k, that's right. So we're not going to hear all that stuff that's going on right up there, but the shelf is starting here. There is a slope that's coming down, so this is the 32k. We can't hear till it gets to about here, but that shelf is coming down here. Well, it's kind of going across and down, but you get what I'm saying. So as the shelf is here, it's going across and then it's coming down to here. Now down to here is probably around about the 8k mark. So what that's doing is lifting up a lot of stuff above. We can't hear all of that, but we're hearing a lot of the air that's on the top, but it's not touching the 5k. Now, my little tip for stopping it from being hard is put a multiband around the kind of 5 to 8k. So it's like working as a de-esser, but because it's on a multiband, we can then deal with the attack and release times. And that's important because we don't want to be sucking the life out at that point, because there's a lot of transients going on around there. There's a snare, there's vocals and stuff like that, and guitars and things. So we want them to be edgy, but we don't want them to be hard. So if we're lifting up this high band, that's obviously going to lift that area. So what we're doing is we're just counteracting that a little bit. But the reason why is because if we have a really slow attack time and a fast release, and then we can pull the release back a little bit, then what happens is the transients are going to go through, the release time's going to hold it a touch, so it's going to keep the transients because of the slow attack time, but we're also going to get a little bit of the sound of the multiband, and then it's just going to leave the rest for a total air band at the top. So that's how you can just keep that going. And as that lifts, you then have to adjust the multiband in the middle to sort of go against what you're doing in the very high. Now, it won't really affect the sound of what's going on in the middle because you're going to adjust the attack and release times. So that's going to kind of keep that moving in the middle, and you're going to have it so it's moving like this, because with the sound of the music, it's going to be dynamic, remember. So it's going to still keep a real snappiness in the snare and in the vocals, and it's not going to sound really muffled and quiet. Because we're adding the air, we're just counteracting that air there, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's how you get endless air. You keep it nice and really open and really posh sounding, and make sure that when you are using that high band, do it on a really nice, as high a quality EQ as you can, because that will really make a difference. I suggest something like the Manly Massive Passive is lovely on UAD. That's a really lovely high end, or something like a Pultec, although Pultecs don't go that high, but you understand what I mean. That kind of posh sounding analogy vibe you really want for the high end. But yeah, it's something, yeah, like I say, like a Manly or something. I think that only goes up to 28. Been no help whatsoever, is it? But you understand what I'm saying. Okay, thanks for watching. So if you want more tips and tricks, please go to streaky.com, sign up to the Audio Anorax newsletter, where I give tips and tricks, weirdly, and I also give away stuff that I am given to review. I also get loads of discounts from manufacturers, so it's quite handy being on the list if you want some cheap stuff. So go to streaky.com, sign up there. Please remember to subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.